I enlisted when I was 20, and at that point I had already had a year and a half of college done. Actually, shortly after I hit 20, maybe a week, I went ahead and met with a recruiter. As far as my family went, they weren't upper middle class and they weren't middle class. They were kind of lower middle class, finding their way. So I felt like I was kind of a burden on that, and I didn't want to keep draining the bank account. So money for college was huge on me for enlisting. It becomes your identity after you get done. It becomes less of a job that you do and more of who you are. When we were in Iraq, we were already being told shortly before we came back to go ahead, actually months before we came back, to go ahead and start laying on plans as far as what we were going to do when we got home. One of the main reasons why I'm down here is because I have two uncles that graduated from Auburn. So they've already graduated from Auburn. Nobody in my family has graduated from Alabama. So I'd like to be the first one. When I started back in January of last year, I knew it was going to be a little bit different and that I was going to have to kind of take a couple steps back as far as classes go. But I didn't know that when I came back down here that I would feel a lot older than what this environment is. Then you're kind of the outcast, but not really. When we trickle down into the other group, which is either the Campus Veterans Association or just falling in underneath the Veteran and Military Affairs. My life before I found the Campus Veterans Association was that I would go to school and I would come home. Life wasn't exciting at all or anything like that. And the Campus Veterans Association came along, and I actually found other people on campus and I could blend in with the other veterans too. You know, you can talk to them a little bit and they're of your same age bracket and able to communicate a little bit better and than just some random 18-year-old. The idea is not to start bragging to everybody that you're in the Army, because that doesn't work. You're supposed to be here for a student. If you're civilian, if you're doing stuff that's civilian related, you keep it civilian related. You keep the Army separate from your civilian life. Now, I've got a backpack that, you know, has a little IR flag on it, but you have to look at it. Otherwise, it's just a black backpack and nobody else can identify it. I'm representing a statistic right now of veterans going back into school. I have to keep pressing on because I'm representing a lot of people and trying to make sure that I'm doing it to the best of my ability. I'm not only representing my unit, I'm representing my family, I'm representing veterans everywhere, and I'm also representing myself. My name is Shane Thomas.